Hello there, my name is Nur Haslina, and let's get into the content of this video. The content consists of broodstock, incubator substrate, breeding stage, artemia, microworm, larvae care, and water management.
I want to talk about broodstock selection, which is important in spawning preparation. Secondary sex characteristics are often used in sex determination with mature adults. These characteristics include body shape and coloration. Males are usually larger and have broader heads than females. As spawning session approach, males become leaner, develop even larger muscular head, and turn a dark bluish to black color. Female heads are narrower than their bodies when viewed from the top. As spawning session approach, they develop soft, swollen bellies. Their color remains grey to olive. The fertilized eggs are incubated in stagnant or running water in incubation trough containing small trays or boxes. These trays have a perforated bottom, which can also be made of mosquito netting. The incubator is filled with clean, well-oxygenated water and free of plankton organisms. The eggs are spread homogeneously in one single layer in the incubation tray. If no incubation tray are available, fertilized eggs are placed directly on one half of the bottom of incubation trough. For the breeding stage, firstly, we should identify the catfish sex, either male or female. The different sex should be placed in separate tanks. The weight of the fish then being taken. The catfish should be injected using overprim above lateral line with the needle at 45 degrees from the fish body. The fish then isolate for several hours before breeding process. The male catfish will be killed in order to get the male sac. The male sac being put into the bowl. Meanwhile, female catfish will be stripping on its belly to get the egg out of the fish. The stripped egg then being mixed with milk and then saline solution being poured. The mixture was stirred carefully and water were added. The mixture then being sprayed at the spawning net.
According to Matthew's recency, artemia is an aquatic crustacean. It is known as a branchworm. This small species has developed its own life cycle. The crustacean itself grow, reproduce, and produce eggs. The catfish larvae need artemia as a live feed approximately after 3 days hatch, as a source of nutrient after the egg yolk isn't visible anymore. Artemia also rich with nutrient compared to microworm, but it needs hatchery equipment and saline water and become costly to culture. This is an DIY example of culturing artemia. Next live feed is microworm. Microworm is the nematodes that are commonly known as a substitution feed of the traditional food such as fish pellets. This live food movement in the water will trigger the fish to eat it. There are various ways to obtain the microworms, such as burying a piece of potato in the soil, and the worms itself will colonize as they feed or culture with oatmeal as in the video. The most commonly found species is Panagrellus redivivus. Microworm is the one of the simplest live feed to culture. It's a tool to measure the oxygen level in the water solution. The ideal DO level is about 3 till 10 mg per liter. We must concern about the existence of the turbidity in the water. To measure it, we can use the tool called such a disc. In the other way, we can just use our hand to measure the turbidity. Put your hand into the water to the level you can't see your hand, and that's the turbidity level of your pond. Tolerable pH is 6 till 8 pH. Take the water sample from your pond and measure the pH level using the pH indicator paper. Compare the test strip with the color chart that came with the indicator paper. The ideal ammonia should be in water is 0.03% or none. Ammonia existing in the water come from the poops or even from the uneaten feed. If the water is too high in ammonia, the fish will end up dying. For example, fish gossiping at the top of your tank means they don't like the water and there's presence of ammonia. Even if you find the fish already died, it's a sign of ammonia poisoning. Sometimes you can even smell the ammonia at the top of the water. To get high survival rate of young catfish, we should set hygiene as a priority to prevent disease so that our goals can be achieved.